Hey guys, today we're at Discovery Park of America in Obion County, Tennessee. It's an interpretive center, a Great River Road. So let's go inside and check it out. All right, so today we're going to see some things that are really relevant to Great River Road, Tennessee. And this gentleman here, Mr. Scott Williams, is going to be our guide.
It's great to have you here.
Oh, thank you. So what are we going to see first, Scott?
So we're here at Discovery Park of America, and it is a 100,000 square foot museum sitting on a 50-acre heritage park.
Wow.
It's unexpected to find something of this magnitude sitting here in a town of 10,000 in what used to be a cornfield.
Wow.
It was the brainchild of Robert Kirkland, who started Kirkland Stores many years ago. He was passionate about exposing children and adults of this whole region to new things, new sights, new sounds, new ways of thinking. He felt like that was how you inspire people to do bigger and bolder things. So our mission here is to inspire children and adults to see beyond. So first of all, I want to show you, this was Robert Kirkland's very first artifact that he collected. This is an actual real woolly mammoth. Big thing for somebody to buy, without really having a museum to put it in. But
Yes.
Robert Kirkland loved artifacts and things like that. So this was the very first one that got him started thinking about a museum.
Awesome. Wow. I could hear birds chirping. I mean, this place has it all.
Yeah, we like to have an immersive experience here at Discovery Park. So wherever you are, in whatever gallery, you're going to hear noises, smell things, see things that are really going to excite all your senses.
Yeah, it spooked me. I was like, where are the birds? Yeah.
So David Crockett was the congressman for this area.
Okay.
He made
didn't know that.
this area home. Yep. He was a bigger than life character, as they say, and so we have a statue here to David Crockett. We have cabins that are dedicated to telling his story, and we have a museum here. So we talk a lot about David Crockett. East Tennessee talks a lot about David Crockett, and Texas, of course. You can't go too far in Texas without learning about David Crockett. So of course the animal life is really important. Many people may not realize that there is a lake that was formed during the earthquakes of 1811 and 1812. As the story goes, the ground opened up and water flooded in and created the lake. Of course, in the years since, it's become a bird watcher's and a fisherman's paradise. Right now there are about 135 eagles that are nesting there on Reelfoot Lake. It's about 20 minutes from here. Now we incorporate that in a variety of ways. We actually have an earthquake simulator that if you feel like getting all shooked up, we'll
check that out.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
Here we also have the turtles, the salamanders, the fish. These are the kind, you've probably caught a couple fish like that in your day, haven't you?
Catfish. Yep. Look at this guy right here.
This is a soft-shelled turtle that is a Discovery Park, very much a Discovery Park icon. A lot of people remember the turtle when they come and visit. And then we do tell some of the sort of untold stories of this area. One of my favorite is Slingshot Charlie. He was a showman, and he could do things with his slingshot that people couldn't even do with a gun. He was a trick artist and was actually well sought after to come to different shows and do his tricks. But it's stories like that are really fun for people to get to come here and experience this area in a new and unique way. So the tools of this area are really important. The types of boats that they had to use, the types of guns they used, all the different tools they used to trap. We have a new exhibit that tells the story of waterfowl hunting in the area, and it's really interesting. It goes into a lot more detail. But what you have to realize is here in this area, like on Reelfoot Lake, there are stumps that, you know, the water, you know, depending on how high the water is, the stumps come up pretty high. So you can't take like a ski boat or a regular boat. Here's a good example. This is what the stumps look like that are under the water. So as you can imagine, if your boat hits that, it's not going to make it. And this is another great example of what we do here at Discovery Park. Robert Kirkland wanted this to be a place where everything could be touched. So in a lot of museums, you might not be able to touch these things, but we want them to be touched. Our grass has signs that says, please walk on the grass. So a lot of the things here are touchable.
That's awesome.
You know, the earthquake that I told you about a while ago, we actually have an earthquake simulator. Would you like to check that out?
Let's go.
Okay, let's go check it out. That was great. Thank you.
That was awesome. That was the best part. So what we got here, man?
So we're here in our Native American exhibit. The Native American culture was really influential to developing what we became here in West Tennessee. So we have one of the largest exhibits of Native American arrowheads, of pottery that you'll find in the area. We actually have an annual powwow where Native Americans come from all over the country. Last year we had over 100 different tribes represented, so they come and dance and perform and share with us their Native American culture. So it's a really powerful event that's become popular with everybody. We look forward to it every year. Of course, the Native Americans and the land that they owned is what became West Tennessee. And so we tell that story here of the treaties in which they succeeded their land, through the years. This exhibit tells you how much land they lost and when. And then of course it culminated with the Trail of Tears, and we tell a little bit of that story of President Andrew Jackson and the Trail of Tears.
Yeah, I definitely want to say that to me, Discovery Park does a great job of touching on all people. Like, I see a lot of times on my social media the different programs that you have, like Juneteenth, like you said, for Native Americans, commendable. And I think that that's awesome because we're an entire community. We're not just one race of people.
Of course, as a museum, that's important to us that we're representing the people we serve and all the communities we serve.
Good job.
Thank you. The military story told here covers the Civil War, the War of 1812, World War I, World War II, in a variety of ways. So when Robert Kirkland decided he was going to invest in West Tennessee, he put an ad in the paper, and it said, I'm going to build a center of education in West Tennessee. If you want to join me, meet me at the library on this date at this time, and we'll do it together. And so 250 members of this little small community showed up at the library. He divided the library into sections: science, technology, military, transportation, and he said, go to the table you like the most, that you're the biggest fan of that topic. And people did, and he said, you're the committees. I want you to meet separately and bring to me your ideas for what would go in your section. Then, for example, the transportation gallery actually got to go out across the country to car auctions and bid on the cars that you'll see down in our transportation gallery. They bid on a lot of the military artifacts. So the people themselves that were in this area went out and bought all this stuff with Robert Kirkland's contribution.
That's awesome.
Which ultimately was $100 million. Wow. So it was quite an amazing place. And even though the stuff is important, you know, as a museum, what's important to us are the stories. Here's another thing: when we're open, there's a lot of people here. You will always find people inside this little army Jeep, which is, you know, Discovery Park's all about interactivity and being able to get in, actually touch and feel and actually drive the Jeep. Now, it doesn't go anywhere, but, you know, it is fun obviously when you get here, when there's a lot of people here, you'll see this thing packed with people riding in it.
It's built for it.
So these are practice bombs that were used in World War II. All of these were used for practice.
Okay. So they never were active.
These were not active.
Okay, I got you. That makes me feel better.
And as I mentioned that we have a big powwow every year, we also have a big military weekend where members, representatives of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Space Force, the Coast Guard, the National Guard, they come and bring vehicles, bring tables, talk to both children and adults about the military. We have programs for folks who are in the military right now, opportunities for military wives to have panels, and it's a really powerful weekend where we celebrate both the contribution now and the sacrifice that has been made,
yes,
by many through the years. So the military is a really big part of what we do here. We have live concerts that night, so it's just really a great event.
Yeah. Which one of these vehicles is your favorite?
Well, I tell you what, since you asked, come here and I'll show you my favorite vehicle here at Discovery Park of America.
All right.
So this 1965 Shelby Cobra is my favorite car. I've been trying to get him to let me take it out for a spin during lunch, but so far no go. But this is the one that I would take with me if I could just pick one.
Wow. Man.
Now, my second runner-up is this little 1965 Mustang.
Yeah. Man, I don't know which one I like the best. They are so bad. I think I like the Thunderbird. I think so, man. These are nice.
Now, just from a beauty standpoint, I really like the Lincoln Zephyr.
This one is amazing. What type of vehicle is
this? It's a Lincoln.
Dang, it's clean.
Then this one has probably one of the most interesting stories, in that this was the car of W.C. Fields, who was a silent screen actor back in the day. He was a rather large gentleman, and he had his car designed so that he had plenty of room in the back.
My boy.
So as you can see, he's got basically 2 rows. One row is taken out, and then there's a place where he can crank up where if he doesn't want to talk to the chauffeur, he can roll that window up and not have to talk to anybody.
I could fit in there. Man, I like the way this guy thinking.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then, obviously as you've picked up, it goes all the way through the decades, all the way through to our oldest car, this little 1910.
We probably had to crank this one.
Brush Runabout is what this was. And not only have all these cars been perfectly restored, but you'll see a lot of different gas tanks throughout the whole park or throughout the whole exhibit that might be easy to miss. So we're about to check out the new edition of Duck, Duck, Goose Waterfowl of the Mississippi Flyway, but part of it is here in our settlement. All of these cabins here in our settlement came from different locations throughout West Tennessee. Different families donated them, and they were put back together again here as they were found.
Beautiful.
But in better shape so that they will last and last and last. The Hamra Lodge here, which was donation was made in memory of Bill and Alan Hamra because they were big waterfowl hunters. And so their family contributed money to do a really incredible exhibit on waterfowl hunting. So come on in, let's check it out.
Man. Got the Black-Eyed Susans out here. Awesome.
So this is a collection that is on display from a local collector named Ryan Graves, who is the expert in all things waterfowl hunting memorabilia. As you can see, a lot of these duck calls and goose calls are works of art in and of themselves. As beautiful as they are, though, I don't think duck hunters chose them originally because of how beautiful they were. They chose them to get the ducks down out of the sky.
Yeah.
And so here we talk a lot in this exhibit about how duck hunters and waterfowl hunters have dressed through the years. Of course, as I mentioned, we're very tactile here, so you can feel the different, what the different clothing felt like that kept them warm and dry as they hunted, as well as get a look at some of the folks from the past who were waterfowl hunting.
Cool.
I hope you've enjoyed your tiny VIP tour. Of course, everybody who comes to Discovery Park gets treated as a VIP. Customer service and cleanliness and the quality of the experience is something that we're all really proud of here. So I hope that you and everyone else comes and visits us often.
Most definitely. I mean, it's a short trip from Memphis, just a hidden gem over here in West Tennessee. So thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. Come back anytime.